on, girlies, come on. Come on. G'day everyone. So I am just shifting the calves at the moment, and while I'm shifting them I thought I'd give them a quick drench while I'm at it. Cow shed's just there, so I'm just waiting for them to come through that gate, and I'm going to pop around behind them and shut it. Hopefully they do. Come on, you. Perfect, easy as. Go down, away, go. Go. Away, go to the shed, to the shed. Moved the bulls up here yesterday. They are just cleaning up the edges of the race here, so there's actually quite a bit of grass here. They'll be fine there for a day or two. Go. So what I'm drenching them with is just a zinc oxide mixed with water. I do it myself. Put it in the drench pack and give them a drench once a week with it. It takes me about half an hour, 40 minutes, so it's not too bad at all. And that is for facial eczema, because facial eczema is pretty bad at the moment, or the spore counts are rising, and that tends to happen once it goes dry like it is now. You can capsule them or bolus them. I think that lasts like 6 weeks. There might be some that last 8 weeks, I'm not too sure. But because we put it in the cow's drench anyway, it's just easier to drench them, or we find it, like I said, it only takes me sort of half an hour. So it's no massive chore. And since we drench the cows anyway, like, it's good when they're young to do it. They sort of get used to you handling their head and stuff like that. So yeah, we just prefer to drench. They're still getting their mineral block here, plus a salt block on the side, and I am giving them a bag of meal because we have some left, probably got another couple of weeks worth, and then they're getting some maize along with it. I'm just getting them used to it, because once the meal runs out they'll just be getting maize, but they're looking good. There's not a heap of feed around at the moment, so they're not looking too bad. Pretty happy with them. I've just got to get a load of dirt and take it up to the chicory paddock, because you'll see why soon. The cows are coming in here tonight, and there used to be 2 paddocks here, so I pulled the fence out there when we planted this, but I forgot to fill in the strainer hole, so I've just come to do that now. That's much better. It was a real leg breaker before. I really need to spray all this with Roundup to kill all the grass, make it easier when we're covering the pit. Need to get onto that pretty soon. Most of it made it, but as you can see, it is pretty brown around here, and I just spotted that this tree looked like it desperately needed some water, so I'm just going to give it a quick water. I'm going away for the weekend again, but next week when I get back, I am going to put like a 200 litre drum on the back of here, fill it with water, and I need to go and water all the trees that I planted last winter, because they are all looking a little bit stressed, but this one was looking the worst, so I'm just going to give it a quick water now, and it should hopefully help. Soaked in pretty quickly, but I'd say we'll be loving that. Be interesting to see if it improves next week. But as you can see from behind me, it's pretty brown, it's pretty dry. There's not much moisture in the soil anymore. We are officially in a drought. So I've started feeding out a bale to the cows that get the chicory in the night as well. Dad had a little bit of an accident here a while back. He forgot to put a fence around them, so the cows got in here and ate some of the silage, which means they're a little bit hard to feed out. Just like that. So there's like a flat spot in the bale where the cows have eaten, and it doesn't sort of sit there and turn. It sort of, once it comes around, it sits or gets blocked up, and then it just pushes the whole bale off the edge of the side. But it doesn't matter, the cows are still going to eat it. Now currently we're only feeding 1 bale out at the moment. We're going to have to start feeding 2 out. These cows that we've just fed 1 out for today, they're going to have to get 1 in the morning as well. And then my cows are probably going to have to get a bale in the morning. So that'll be 3 bales. I've got about enough to do about 40 days of that, which would take me through till near the end of February. And hopefully it's rain by then, but we never know. So there's also one other option that we can do, and we are discussing it at the moment, is that if you don't have enough grass to feed the cows you've got to get rid of some cows. So me and Dad are in discussion at the moment. He wants to start culling cows pretty soon. He's already got sort of 11 lined up. I think he's got 11 in his last row, so he wants to get rid of 11 just to make things a little bit easier. I want to wait for another couple of weeks because we're pregnancy scanning at the end of February, and I want a pregnancy scan before we cull anything, so it sort of gives us options and a little bit more detail on what we can cull and what we shouldn't maybe. I think that makes the most sense, and I think Dad has come round to it. So ideally what I would like to do is cull nothing up until the end of May and carry all these culls and empties through. But the season we're having at the moment, it's looking less likely that that's going to happen, and that will affect production. Last year was a record for us, and I don't think it's going to be the same this year. Unfortunately, it's just sometimes how it goes. We can't control the weather. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's getting pretty dry. Hopefully we'll get some rain in the next week, although it's not looking particularly likely. But it's got to rain at some point. The days are getting shorter, the mornings are getting colder. It's got to happen eventually. See you next time.